Let's be honest, most Instagram ads suck. They're over-designed, overhyped, and underperforming. But when you do it right, meta ads can become a money printing machine for your business, whether you're a coach, agency, creator, or brand. In this episode, I'm going to walk you through the 5 types of ads that consistently convert, how to write ad copy that grabs attention, what makes a scroll-stopping visual, and how to build a simple system for testing and scaling what works. Let's get to it. Firstly, ads aren't magic. They're systems. Before we jump into headlines or hooks, you got to remember this. Great ads aren't built on luck. They're built on systems, psychology, and understanding your buyer. A good meta ad does these 3 things. 1, it stops the scroll. 2, it builds belief. 3, it drives action. So let's break down exactly how to do that step by step. Here's the 5-step framework for high converting meta ads. First, start with the offer, not the ad. An ad is only as good as the offer behind it. So before you run a single test, ask yourself, is my offer specific and outcome driven? Is there urgency or scarcity? Does it solve a painful, valuable problem? If your offer is vague or weak, even a great ad won't convert. So fix the offer first. And the easiest way to frame it is the super simple line, I help niche get specific result without undesirable thing. Or I help niche get specific result with unique mechanism without undesirable thing. Boom. Offer, baby. Go even further. I help niche get specific result with unique mechanism without undesirable thing in X amount of days. Boom. Those are easiest ways to come up with an offer. Secondly, write a hook that stops the scroll. People don't read ads. They read what grabs them in the first 3 seconds. So here's what works. Call out the audience directly. Coaches making $10,000 a month. Read this. Then state a painful problem. You're losing leads because your DMs suck. Next, use what's called a curiosity gap. This $0 strategy made me $20K in 6 days. Next, lead with a bold benefit-packed claim. Double your sales calls in 7 days using this free tool. Pro tip, using you in the first line makes it feel more personal. And something that I love about calling out the audience directly in the very beginning is it helps qualify your leads right out of the gate. So coaches making $10,000 a month, ideally, mostly coaches making $10,000 a month will be interacting with your ad. Thirdly, use ad types that match buyer awareness. So different prospects need different kinds of ads. Here are the 5 ad types I use most often. The first is lead with pain, and this is good when you're targeting a cold audience. So you want to educate them on the problem. The second style is show social proof. This is when they're already warm. They know about your brand, they have brand awareness, but they need some proof. They need some oomph. So you want to use a case study or a screenshot or a result. The third is a demonstration ad, and this is when you show your system, some behind the scenes type of stuff. Fourth is an offer-driven ad. These are the ones that I use the most. It's a clear call to action to book or opt in or to buy. And the 5th is a lifestyle or identity ad. You're selling the aspiration, the classic quote of you sell the vacation, not the flight. So you use cold ads to educate and attract. You use retargeting ads to build trust and convert. I get this all the time. People hop on my sales calls, and one of the first things they say is, man, I just saw so many of your ads, or you hit me with your ads so many times. And that is the beauty of those retargeting ads, because you're building trust, and the more people see you, and if they like you, and if they trust you, the more likely they're going to take that call to action that you are offering to them. Fourthly, you want to make visuals that look native. So your image or your video is what actually stops people mid-scroll. It has to feel native, not like a traditional ad, especially on these platforms. So what works a lot of times is raw iPhone footage, some selfie videos, handwritten notes or diagrams. subtitled clips with pattern interrupts, carousel graphics that educate. Yes, carousels still work at the moment. B-roll with on-screen text and a bold hook. I use these types of ads all the time. Anybody that works with me, you'll see that. You'll see us running these types of ads. And one of the things that we do with our clients is we write a script and we say, hey, record this raw footage, selfie style, doesn't need to be polished, nothing perfect. And it works great because it feels authentic. Things that you want to avoid stock photos. You want to avoid overproduced designs or corporate jargon, anything that feels like an ad. You ever see an ad on Instagram and you don't realize it's an ad until it's over, until it says sponsored at the bottom? You're like, wow, what a great, well-blended ad. I just thought it was a post that I enjoyed. The beauty, that is beautiful. So the golden rule, ads that don't look like ads win. Fifthly, you want to nail the call to action and funnel flow. Your call to action, or your CTA, should be clear, easy to act on, and relevant to the awareness level. So for cold traffic, download the guide, watch the free training, DM me keyword for the SOP. For warm traffic, you're going to go book a call now, apply to work with us, or get started for $0. Your funnel ideally should be frictionless.
I'll do it, frictionless.
Especially on mobile, because most people are going to interact with your ad on mobile. So the fewer steps equals more conversions. And a lot of people think that they need some fancy funnel where that drives to a landing page, that drives to another landing page, that upsells, that drives to the cart, that drives to and it's like, whoa. That's why a lot of these, what I mentioned earlier, like those B-roll ads that are just calling people to the DMs work great. They work wonderful. Or even a simple ad that does a Instagram lead form. Those are also so easy because the flow is so easy. They're already in the app. Some bonus about testing and scaling strategy. Here's one of the systems that we use. Testing 3 to 5 variations of the same offer, different hooks, different ad types, video, static, carousel, same destination. That's the first type of testing. The next, we track those performances by their hook, the first 3 seconds, the CPC, the cost per click, the CPL, the cost per lead, and the CAC, the cost per acquisition. We kill the losers as fast as we can, and we scale the winners slowly. Once something works, we'll duplicate it and increase the budget by 20 to 30%, max per day, to avoid resetting the learning phase. That's essentially how it goes. I believe it was Alex Hormozy that said in his leads book that the best advertisers test 11 times more often. There's also a strategy that I've come up with where you essentially create 30 different hooks, 30 different graphics, and 30 different body copywriting texts, and you test all of those for under $150, and then you're more accurately able to predict which one's going to win based off of one campaign, testing each of those in an isolated fashion. It's great. So to recap, how to make Instagram and meta ads that convert. Start with the offer. Your ad is only as strong as your offer. Secondly, write hooks that slap. Think like a copywriter, not a brand. Thirdly, use ad formats intentionally. Different buyers need different messages. Fourthly, keep visuals raw and real. Native content always wins. Fifthly, simplify your CTA and your funnel. Make action easy, obvious, and low friction. And sixthly, test, track, scale. You want to build your winners and you want to kill off the rest. So here's the truth. The best ads feel like content, not commercials. And the best funnels feel like conversations, not sales traps. There's a handful of funnels that I've been through lately where it's just so much going on that it's like, oh my gosh, you're trying to sell me 1,000 things at once. It's like, you're going to buy this course, but you can have a $54 upsell, and then you can have a $75 upsell, and then you can have this download and have this other course and have this call. And it's like, whoa, you're freaking me out. There's too much going on. And when you combine a strong offer with good storytelling and strategic testing, that's when you go from boosting posts to printing money on demand. So next time you're about to run a meta ad, stop and ask yourself, would I click on this? If the answer is yes, you're on the right track. If you want what I just walked through, the process and system that we use, it'll be in the show notes. Click that link, absolutely free, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks. Bye.